if you look over, gosh, you can't really even hardly see over there, but you see this is a ridge line. So most of your biblical cities are up on this ridge line. So you have where the ridge line starts, right before it starts in the Negev, you have Beersheba. And then you come up and you've got Hebron, and you've got Bethlehem, and you've got Jerusalem, and you've got Gibeah, and you've got Bethel and Ai and Shiloh, and on and on and on as Shechem as you go this way, see? And then your biblical cities on this side, say Jericho, is guarding from the east this ridge line. And on the other side, you've got sites that we're going to visit in a few days. Gezer and Lachish and Azekah and all these cities that are over there guarding the routes that come up to this ridge line. So your biblical cities are mainly up on the ridge line or guarding access to that ridge line. Looks like they're Michelle there. Where'd Michelle go?
He went up that way.
Look for the umbrella. The umbrella up there.
No, I was just saying they're doing a lot of work here. No problem. Mafi mushkila. I was just saying they're doing a lot of work here, reinforcing these walls, it looks like, with beams. So we're not going to go out the same way that we came up. We're going to go out from down here to the tunnel system. So
Hey, I like it.
we're not going to double back. This is a bathhouse.
Favorite bathroom.
Just another Roman bathhouse.
Yeah, the big one down below.
Hey, shade. Got it made in the shade.
So the question was Herod the Great Jewish? So again, the question, was Herod the Great Jewish? And the answer is yes and no. So he was half Nabatean, which is an Arabian tribe. So he was half Arab, and he was that was on his mother's side. On his father's side, he was half Edomian, and the Edomians were the remnant from the Edomites. And they, during this Hasmonean period that I talk about, when the Jews won their independence, they were conquered by the Jews, the Edomians, and so they were forced to convert to Judaism at that point. So because his father was Edomian, then he was a convert to Judaism, and then of course Herod was his son. As far as his belief system and what he practiced paganism, Roman paganism. But that's why he could conceive of himself as being this, the star that came from Jacob. Okay, so now archaeologically look at this, and what is this? Is this a church?
No. Almost looks like a synagogue, but it's not.
Okay, so why wouldn't it be a church? What would we be looking for if it was a church?
Apps.
Right? So what does it look like then? Yes, synagogue.
Synagogue.
But it's a converted synagogue. It wasn't a synagogue at the time of Herod the Great. It was afterwards when the zealots were here, the Jewish zealots, that they converted it into a synagogue, whatever
Probably
it
his
was.
dining room.
Yeah. All right.
Head of the table.
That's the reception, when Herod will need to welcome you.
Yeah. Right.
That looks like an...
Great welcome hall.
Oh, wow.
Hey, is that an axe?
Is he the one that died with the worms?
No, it's a double.
And his sons or something like that? Yeah.
Just a design.
This is something that's been found fairly recently. You might have heard about it in the news, this Pontius Pilate ring. Here is another mikvah, Jewish ritual bath. Again, converted into that during the Hasmonean, or during the Zealots time here. You can see the plaster on the wall. And then this is how we're exiting.
Cool.
So take one last look at another Herod the Great. And he chose to be buried here,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys ready to go
Tunnels?
out? That are ancient tunnels that
Watch your head.
What happened?
don't whack your head on this. Be careful on these steps.
Yes.
It's gonna be a little
Oh,
tricky.
yes, I went up the rocks with you, remember? Yeah.
If you fall, make sure you yell out so we can get out of the way.
Yeah, they're a bit dodgy, aren't they?
Herod wasn't very tall.
I'm just thinking maybe that's what wrecked your knee. Oh, but just the stairs in general, probably.
This is everybody's favorite part of the hike. Is
It's
the
a
summertime.
little sore.
So I'm gonna let everybody catch up because
Yeah.
everybody gets lost
Right.
in these tunnels.
Very.
True.
How many back there are there? Several. Yeah, we might as well wait for a second.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know if it is possible.
Okay,
I just picked stuff
go down and then we go down again.
Oh, if you have space.
You're not going down in circles. We're going the wrong way.
Found one, Stephen.
Bless you. Thank you very much. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's just terracotta things, nothing special.
It's still special from where it's come, isn't it?
Nice and cool down here.
It is, isn't it?
It's nice. I know, it's hard. It's hard to jump down these stairs, actually. They're so deep. Ride the rail. One at a time. These are the steepest steps. Yes, yes, I think so, you're right. Wow, these are very steep.
Don't go where the sign points to the emergency exit. Unless there's an emergency.
Wow.
So, you know when you have something carved into limestone, if it is plastered, then it is meant to hold liquid.
Yeah.
If it is not plastered, it was not meant to hold liquid. It can't hold liquid because limestone is porous. Okay, so this is a cistern because you see, always need water.
Huh?
You're all right.
That's good. I can say it.
She's at the tail, she said. T-A-I-L.
Yeah.
Wait up. Wait up. Slow.
You're a Habibi.
What does Herodium mean?
Herodium, it's just named after, it's just a place name that it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, the tomb.
Good that they opened a jewel.
Yeah.
Before a couple of months it was closed. And we have to go back the same way. So you are the best client. Before a couple of months it was closed.
Notice to my right is the theater, Herodium Theater, that is pointing to Jerusalem, where I'm pointing right there.
I guess he entertained his servants and stuff. Had entertainment for them.
I'm sure whatever they're doing there, they're fixing it up.
Yeah.
All right, back to steps.
Back to step.
Okay, now you're going to cross over the steps. That look like they're being restored. This was the monumental entrance up into
Oh.
Herod's temple and the palace. saw in the museum. The model.
With jewel you must suffer. To suffer is a must. No pain, no gain.
It's in a low place. We're compared to there the Temple Mount, and here Bethlehem, which is much higher, the birthplace of Jesus.
Do you have any idea what scale? Almost.
Well, I know that this is the base, and look at this masonry on the backside especially, how fancy it is. So you see how big the base is? So that's the base that's down at the bottom of the model.
Pretty large.
Yeah, pretty large. So Herod tried to make himself great and failed, whereas God made men like Abraham and David great because he chose them. He did an amazing work, but it was God that made them great.
Except they'll probably last 10 minutes. They'll say, okay, can we eat now?
Oh, yeah.
Just keep in mind that this is facing Jerusalem. Jerusalem, you would have been, you can on a clear day look over from Jerusalem and see the Herodium, and this would have, you know, stood out for the Herodium.